Today we are going to learn auxiliary verbs. So let's get started. What are auxiliary verbs? Auxiliary verbs have no meaning on their own. They are necessary for the grammatical structure of a sentence, but they do not tell us very much alone. We usually use auxiliary verb with main verbs, so they help the main verb, which has the real meaning. It means auxiliary verb का खुद में कोई मीनिंग नहीं होता, वो सिर्फ एक सेंटेंस की ग्रामेटिकल स्ट्रक्चर को पूरा करते हैं और वो मेन वर्ब की हेल्प करती हैं. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, द वर्ड्स लाइक इज, एम, आर, was, were, have, had are called auxiliary verbs. The auxiliary verbs are used with ordinary verbs to make tenses, पैसिव फॉर्म्स, क्वेश्चंस एंड नेगेटिव्स. यानी कि ऑक्सिलरी वर्ब का यूज हम टेंसेस क्रिएट करने के लिए, पैसिव फॉर्म बनाने के लिए, क्वेश्चंस और नेगेटिव्स क्रिएट करने के लिए करते हैं. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, लाइक ही इज राइटिंग. इन दिस सेंटेंस is an auxiliary verb. Boys are playing. In this sentence, are is an auxiliary verb. I am walking. In this sentence, am is an auxiliary verb. Note that auxiliary verb am will only come with I. The words is, was, am, has are called single auxiliary verb. जो ये शब्द हैं यानी कि ये auxiliary verbs is, was, am और has ये singular person के साथ आती हैं, इसीलिए इन words को singular auxiliary verbs कहा जाता है. And the words like are, were and have are called plural auxiliary verbs. ये शब्द are, were and have जो हैं plural person के साथ आते हैं, तो इसीलिए हम इन्हें plural auxiliary verbs कहते हैं. Is, am, are, has, have are used to form present tenses and was, were, had are used to form past tenses. A verb must agree with its subject in number and person. इसका मतलब ये है कि जो verb है उसी के अकॉर्डिंग, यानी कि जो verb है वो subject के अकॉर्डिंग और person के अकॉर्डिंग जो है sentence में आएगी. For example, the aeroplane is flying high. And the next example is the birds are flying in the sky. In the first example, aeroplane. Aeroplane is the subject and is singular. So the auxiliary verb used is also singular. And in the next example, birds are the subject and they are plural, and the auxiliary verb used is are, that is also plural. Now let's look at some example. It is now 3 o'clock. Is an auxiliary verb. How many days are there in a week? In this sentence, are is an auxiliary verb because days are the subject and they are plural. So, are is an auxiliary verb or the plural auxiliary verb. My friend's mother is a dentist. In the example, is an auxiliary verb. Mary was the winner in the race. In this example, was is an auxiliary verb. You are a carpenter. In this example, are is an auxiliary verb. You were driving when I called. In this example, were is an auxiliary verb. Here in this example, it is important to know that are and were are both plural auxiliary verbs. These auxiliary verbs will always come with you. That is the second person singular. Some more examples are, our college has a big football ground. In this example, has is an auxiliary verb. Many youngsters have the social sites addiction. In this example, have is an auxiliary verb and youngsters are the subject. They are plural, so the auxiliary verb have is also plural. Johnny has 2 cars and 1 bike. Now, you will have a doubt that verb cars is plural, why has is used as an auxiliary verb. Note that Johnny is the subject in this sentence and it's singular, so we have used has as an singular auxiliary verb. Some more examples are Anna is singing while Jeremy and Lisa are dancing. Alice and Alina were arguing some time back. Note that auxiliary verbs are also called helping verbs. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for now.